picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Overdrive art? Are we going to see some fireworks here? Jumps up. They're both driveless. This is gonna get a super art. Can they claw their way back and get pay? Oh. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
A new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Round one.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Gets a chance with that jump in. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. A battle of egos on display here as neither fighter wants to give up any ground. Oh, talk about overextending. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Had the radar up and running. Big counter. Smart throw, that'll do more damage than usual. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. What a finish. Great meat on the life gauge there. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Just out of range for that throw. Still very early in the round. Keeping track of the opponent's movements, waiting for a good opening. They break things off to take a quick breather. A good chance here to recover the drive gauge or figure out the next step. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner sees him coming and shrugs it off with the super arm. Can't draw critical. What's gonna happen? Big clothesline and knock him down. Ooh, yeah, kick in the gut. Setting them up for the Storm Buster. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Comes for them with a phalanx. A jump? Any throw will whiff at that range. In attack range. Closes it out. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Both sides have full drive and plenty of health. Let's see how things open up. Overdrive arts give moves a big power boost at the cost of using some of the drive gauge, so meter management is vital. Player 2 chases them down. Throws them to negate the block. Knockdown. They get driven into the wall, breaking their guard. Taking stock. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Puts the super armor to good use. Knockdown and player 1 will look to come from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Freeze them. Jumps in. Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. There's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Nice double lariat. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. KO! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Jump. Russian suplex. And that's gonna be a chunk of damage there. Player 2 has the life lead. Drive impact misses. Handle with care. You can't jump drive impacts. Both yo, raw super here. Turning it right up with a super. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it.
Now you know history.
Get your plates ready. Damage is on the menu. A jump in? They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. That's gonna leave them rattled. The drive gauges, pack your bags. You need guns to pull that off. Player 2 comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. Balance from above. Grabs him. Good work staying in throw range there. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. They're not gonna allow any jump-ins. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. Time's the only thing moving here. Responds to the jump with one of their own to drop him. They're on the lookout for jump-ins. Throws them to negate the block. You're near the end of throw, ends the round. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Sticks the jump in. Double lariat and now target locked and scoop. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Pro leaves them wide open. Scrapping it out up close. Jump. A quick breather. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Jumps in. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Doesn't miss a beat. Cross-up attack. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? The drive gauges scream. No! Critical art now? This is gonna kill. No doubt about it.
No remorse!
You need guns to pull that off. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Goes for the command grab. The command grab doesn't make it. Lots of aggression from both sides. Knockdown. Grabs him. Stops the attack by using the drive pair. Jumps. Barely blocks the jumping. Knockdown and jumps up. Throws him. What's next? Just goes for it at this range. KO. Player two with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? Whips with that huge attack. They just takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Now, can they finish the job? Risky up-close scrap scoop delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Long Quan takes them off their feet. A quick breather. Player one throws them. There's a change of and eats it. Are we gonna a back throw for damage and vital positioning? Both apps wraps it up with a throw. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Jump in, parry! Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Both sides getting ready. Throws them. Player two is barely hanging on to their last bit of drive. Knocked them out of the air. Player one is in a very good spot now. A real test of nerves here. Can it take this time to bust this out? Low heavy with authority. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Jumps in. Smart play with the throw. Closes the gap for the grab. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player one is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. KO! Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Renverse, the hit throw connects. Scrapping and going on the offensive. Long Quan takes them off their feet. A quick breather. Player one will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Player one will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Both fighters, they're going for the super arc. Notice them in there. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Jumps up, decides to meet them in the air. Player two chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Grabs a solid advantage after that big combo. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're gonna eat tons of damage. They block the overhead and... time to do some damage after that wall splat. Brushes off the impact. Gets the jump in. Takes a trip. KO. Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up, puts the super armor to good use. Jumps. Smart play with the throw. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Super clutch corner switch. Steals back a chance. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Gets the back throw to turn things around. Jumps up. Both fighters, it's a good spot to use the super. Marisa delivering the goddess of the hunt. Heavy damage incoming.
Now you know history.
Big super art hit. It reads the jump in perfectly. Player 1 can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. They back down to regroup. This may be the final push. Oh my God, what are you jumping in for? Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
A new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Round 1.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. Checks with the projectile. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. What's the play here? Lots of aggression from both sides. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. In a dire situation, this is a huge chance to make a feel it. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for snipes them out the air. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Pops to create space to start. Pops him with a shorty. Jumps in. Scrapping it out up close. Still very early in the round. They're still feeling each other out. Throws them to negate the block. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Holds it. They were right to be on guard there. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious thing. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Gets carried to the corner. They decide to take a breather to regroup. Barely blocks the jump in. Jones with the fire. Challenge from above. Are we gonna see a cup? Got him up against the wall and the stun KO. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Decides not to rush in without a plan. The last round. It's now or never. The low heavy's blocked. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. Still plenty of time left. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Comes for them with the phalanx. Jumps. Barely block. Excellent block. Excellent block to shut out the impact. Player 2 will look to apply pressure. Tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Plenty of health. Full gauge turning it right up with a super. It's the goddess of the hunt! I've heard of tough love, but not like this! Not like this!
Now you know history.
Player 2 can't use burns out! Nothing stops this train! Player 1 is in a very good spot now! Noticeable life lead is nothing! Critical art now? Oh, it's the critical art! They gotta bust out the protractors, bust out the rulers, and think of a plan while this damage plays out! Answers, but are you kidding me? Player 1 clinches the win! But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Come for them with a balance. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Gets out of the corner. Big counter. Both fighters are sitting on a full drive gauge. This might be prime time to let it rip. Will they use their drive to break through or to turn up the heat? Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Gets some. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Slow escape. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Sends a clear message with that counter. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Knockdown and... not much life difference. What's going to happen here in the latter half of this round? Throws him! Player 1 has the chance to win the round if he tries to act. What a finish! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Ooh, what a smart throw! That throw will do some good damage. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? This can lead to some big damage. Bring in the heat. They're gonna teach you a lesson here. You play with fire and you're gonna get burned. Welcome adds a bit of OD spice there. Come for them with a balance. Super hard wasn't enough. What's next? Player 1 can't let this simmer. It goes to the air. Burns out. Drop zone, baby. Clutch anti-air. They gotta dig down deep. The shot pays off. Player 2 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Reads the jump in perfectly. Jumps in. There's a change of sides. Gets out of the corner. Player 2 chases them down. Nice, perfect parry there. What'll they do next? Perfectly timed parry to deflect the opponent's attack. You don't want to get caught in that situation too many times. Box him with a target. Player 1 is maintaining the corner. Gets him. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Steps back to start things off. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Combo with the target combo. Still slugging it out at this range. Jumps. Avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. Player 2 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Drive gauge is almost empty. They gotta be careful. The super doesn't hit. Uses the target combo as a filler. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Both fighters planning, just goes for it at this range. Both absolutely refusing to give up ground. Uses the fireball to try and get a reaction. A jump in? What'll happen here? Notice tries to act quickly, but with the attack. Oh, turns out. Slows up the javelin and blasts them with the good stuff. Player 1 flatlines them. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
Victory! Got you! Got you! Where are you going? Sweet dreams!
Here comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Fight with all your
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. That overhead was a bit obvious. Starts off zoning with fireballs. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Nails the anti-air. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? The grab misses. Trying to read each other here? Life lead opens up. The quarter makes it. They saw the chip KO on the table. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Jump? They were right to be on guard there. Looking to impress with this super. Marisa delivering the goddess of the hunt. Heavy damage incoming.
Now you know.
Wow, that's some big time damage there. Looking for finishes it with the anti-air. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? Player 1 has the light lead. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Taking stock. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Gets the jump in. Life lead opens up. KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. A brave forward jump there to start. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? They block the overhead, and player 2, there's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. Now that's how you use an impact. Breaks the block with a throw. Clean parry. Scrapping it out up close. Going in. Gets them with the anti-air. In with the crosshair. Knockdown and the next punch may decide this round. Dashes out the cage right there. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. That was the highest I've ever seen. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who is going to come out on top in this fight?
Got it. Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. The drive impact nets them a sweet punishment. The combo's there. What's going to follow the combo? Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. That parry may be just the catalyst they need. What are they thinking here?
Strike three.
Just goes for it to stop the opponent's flow. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Taking stock. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Wraps it up with a drive impact. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Parries the projectile. Now what's the follow-up? Jumps? Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Keeping track of the opponent's movements, waiting for a good opening. Gets the jump in. Clean parry! Are they trying to bait a throw? They may have something up their sleeve. A parry? Their spacing crosses that off and keeps going. Quick catch bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. This is a turning point. They gotta turn it around. No contest so far. Flawless round. They got him so quick. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Checking their opponent. Are they trying to slow down the pace with a projectile? The cross-up's good. Rattles them with a beautifully placed jump in. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. All right. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Goes for the super art? The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. Sticks the jump in. Checks them with the projectile. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. What a finish. Great meat on the life gauge there. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Still very early in the round. They're still feeling each other out. Medium kick hits. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. What'll happen here? Risky up close. Oh, the throw connects. Both fighters are trying not huge chance after that wall slap. Are we gonna see a experiencing burnout? Player two can't let this tip low heavy, but no go. What now? Yo, critical art now? Flatlines them. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who is going to come out on top in this fight?
Fight with all your heart!
This is round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Overdrive. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Stays cool and counters. What's the play here? Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunity. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Oh, but they've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this affairs in overdrive shorty. Player 1 can't in there. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Connects with medium kick, scrapping it out up close. Slides in with a fist to keep the drive rush to keep it going. The properties that attacks get from a drive rush make them a great tool for creating chances like that. Sees them coming and shrugs it off with the super armor. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Balance from above. 1-0 springs forward with the drive rush. Still slugging it out at this range. So little life left. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Player 2 is barely hanging in the odds for the critical art. Pokes with a kick. What now? They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Looking for a hole. In with the phalanx. Flatlines them. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Did well to get the buff in there. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're going to eat tons of damage. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. What's the play here? Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Buys some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Shoots off a fireball up close. Springs forward with the drive rush. Life lead opens up. So they break forward to pressure. Burnout activates. Player 1 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. Hanging on for dear life. Balance from above. In there. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Flies in with a fist to keep the pressure on. The attack is parried. Are they trying to bait a throw? They may have something up their sleeve. Player 1 will look to apply pressure. It's a good spot to use the super. The goddess of the hunt has arrived. Say goodbye to that life gauge. Player 1 is dominating this match. They get the stun. KO. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. The last round. It's now or never. Player 2 blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Player 2 with the rhythm owning that space. Uh-oh. This would really tip the scales.
What's wrong? Get up!
A jump? No way. No signs of letting up from out of the corner. Excellent block. Pokes with a kick. Both sides getting ready. Player 1 has a full drive gauge but is on the brink of death. Amazing. Super armor. Cold and calculated. Oh my god, they just choked it up. No drive left now. Ugh, take a seat. Player 1 is in a very good spot now. Bob Slankovich! win out of that absolute carnage. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, what a smart throw. Hits the back throw to get the side switch. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Both sides have full drive and plenty of health. Let's see how things open up. Looking for a way to incorporate their drive. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. Side switch with the back throw, looking for a chance to gain the upper hand. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Going in and fold for the throw. That's what they came for. Each hit is so advantages them with a drive impact. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Barely blocks the jump in. Backs them into the corner in a hurry. Oh wow, look at the damage that did. Fantastic work with that flawless round. They got him so quick. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
A new challenger.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
Round one.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checking their opponent. This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs, denying them a breather there with a long-range fireball. The combo's there. Knockdown. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Taking stock. Neither of them willing to back off here. Starts with a jumper. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. In a dire situation. KO! Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Goes with the safe stuff with that target combo. Rolls out the Soba. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Still slugging it out at this range. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Jumps? Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Player one has what a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Beautiful fight.
Final round. Fight.
Stark drops them. Hits them with a stopping power. Looking to impress with this super. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. White uses their drive gauge. Perfect input. And ooh, what a smart blow. Oh my god, they just choked it up. Okay, here we go. Wow, sat and waited for this opening. Are we gonna see it come back? Combo finishes it. Player one was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Not close enough for the throw. Look at the damage they can pump out with the combo. Things are heating up. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. A nice chunky combo. Perfect. Takes the round without getting touched. Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Fight.
Challenge from above. Checks him with the projectile. Player one couldn't even get a tickle in. Might be time for a change. Changes things up with an overhand. Going in? Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. Both fighters, they're going for the super art. Fantastic cross-up. Player two took no time to finish that fight. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here?
challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Here's round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Clear that neither of them wants to be in the corner. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Got their eye on the air. Neither of them willing to back off here. Taking stock. Right lead is opening up, but that could still be overcome with smart drive use. Takes a trip. KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Big counter. Player 2 had an impressive round while managing their drive gear. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. They return to center stage. Does a good job escaping the corner. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Blocks it. Not much life left, but their drive usage makes it KO! That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Let's see what these fighters have up their sleeves out of the gate. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. What's the play here? Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find opening. Perfect. Takes the round without getting touched. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Jumps up, saw that jump in coming from a mile away and parries it perfectly. Jump-in attacks have a lot of lag time associated with them and are very vulnerable to perfect parries like we just saw. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Challenge from above. Still slugging it out at this range. Blocks it. Experiencing burnout. Here comes a big combo. Back into the corner. What setup do they have? Player 2 has depleted their drive. Drops them. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Cashes out the gate right there. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. What a finish! Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion.